Good morning, everybody. Today I'm just going to quickly go over the new timesheet specifically made for you wonderful California residents with a big assist from Dave Hutch. And I think his wife actually was the one who was smart enough to come up with the complicated equations. So thanks, Dave's wife. Appreciate it. The first thing that you guys need to do when you get this sheet is go to this data collection tab right down here. All right, and you need to enter in whatever your hourly pay may be, and then the net pay percentage, which you can figure out from your pay stub, right? So you just take the net pay, divide it into your gross pay, and that gives you a net pay percentage, and then just stick it in there at whatever percentage it is. So, for example, if your net pay is 80% of your hourly, then it's going to be 0.8 and so on and so forth. So that's the first thing that needs to be done for this sheet to calculate correctly. Everything else will kind of work itself out. So let's get into it. You can see there's a few changes here. Here's your monthly totals for hours worked, weekly totals, hours worked, weekly gross pay. We'll calculate here. Your weekly net pay we'll calculate here. Your cross charge hours plus or minus. We'll calculate on a daily basis in these fields, and then we'll do a year total here where this cell is selected. So you have a running total throughout the year where you are relative to your cross-charge hours. So we'll kind of see those populate as we enter information, and you'll see that here in a few minutes. So one of the first few changes we added was a clock in, clock out feature. It gives you a very easy way to put in when you start. So let's just say you start at 5 a.m. You can either enter 5 o'clock a.m. or there's some shortcuts. You can just enter a 5A, for example, for 5 a.m. Let's say clock out time was 4 p.m. 4 p.m., 4p, same thing. And then you can see here it calculates 11 hours total worked. So the way this sheet works, you can now see over here in this cross-charge hours, your negative 11 hours cross-charge because we didn't enter any accounts visited, etc. So the way this sheet works is, let's just enter an account here. Let's type in AMR, and we're going to make this simple. So we'll type 10 hours of labor and 1 hour of travel. And as you can see, I've got 11 hours entered into CRM, which is what this box refers to. And then you can see here that this cross-charge box then goes to 0 because we have 11 hours entered into CRM and we've got 11 hours total worked. So that's in a crux how this sheet works. All right, and you can see down here we have 0 hours cross-charge total. So let's say, for example, and we can use this for notes. Let's say the service meeting starts on this day right here. Service meeting. And let's say it starts from 7 a.m. and it goes to 6 p.m. All right, so we've got 11 hours total worked. In this tab here, we're going to type in admin, all right? And we're going to type in 11 hours. And as you can see, we've got total 11 hours entered for admin here, but we can see that we've got 11 hours negative cross-charge. Well, that's because it's admin time, and the sheet is smart enough to realize that when that word admin is entered, it doesn't count it towards your cross-charge hours. So you can get a pretty good indication, like I've got 11 hours I need to make up somewhere else, okay? So that admin word is it's pretty unique and it's pretty powerful, and we need to remember it because it can be used for DOO time and DMV time. If you got truck repair, service meetings, whatever, if you just type in admin in this sheet, it's not going to count it towards your cross-charge hours, so you know that you need to make it up the next day. So again, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. worked, for example, 11 hours. Let's say we did AMR, and do 10 here again, 1 hour travel, and we still know we got to make up a little bit of time. So let's just do this here. Let's just say 4 there. So we're 6 there. We'll just type in hospital. Now let's say I worked the 11 hours that day, so it would have been 6 hours or what have you of warranty work. I can just type in 7 here, and you can see that cross-charge total goes down to 10. So it's just a good way to keep track of where you are relative to your cross-charge numbers and to that 95% total that we need to be from 95 to 100%. which I think is actually hours worked versus hours paid. But this is just a great way to keep track of where you're at. So in review, guys, clock in, clock out time, automatically tabulates for you here. All right, and then these fields here indicate jobs, all right, that you visit during the day, and there's 6 of them, 6 fields. You can type a labor entry and a travel entry, which is then this is tabulated here as total hours entered, and then this cross charge hours plus or minus is basically plus or minus anything worked. So I hope this sheet helps. I hope it makes sense. I think the biggest thing for California users is if you go to that data collection and enter in your gross pay and your net pay percentage, this will accurately calculate your gross pay and net pay based on California's wacky overtime rules, which is where those really hard formulas that Hutch helped with came in handy. So feel free to shoot me a line if you got any questions. I hope this helps, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.